Hey gang, what's going on? Michael Daniels here with Heather. How are you guys today? We both have colds after our trip because we were in a different part of the world.
Climate? Is it climate?
I'm
It's
gonna
because I
start.
flew with all these strangers who have things called germs.
Oh my gosh, yes,
I
absolutely.
hate flying. Man, I
Everything
hate flying.
fine. We were fine while we were there. It's just coming back.
No
So we're
joke.
not going to come back next time.
Never coming back again. Oh, but it was a good trip. It was a great trip. I had such a good time that this moment right now, how I'm feeling right now, sucks
Yeah,
10 times worse
I
because we
know.
had such a great trip and then have it followed up with god awful cold.
I think it's the biggest thing though. I think it's awesome that we are able to do this whenever you can meet people, like to meet people that you've seen online since 2013. So that what, 6 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
6 years we've all seen each other, and then I got to see you again,
Yeah, I
Deb,
know. It wasn't as exciting as the rest, but yes,
Debbie,
I understand.
Debbie Davis, my wife, my
Yes,
wife.
you get to see your wife all the time though. See, that's why I don't understand why you're so excited about that. But
I was
boy,
pretty.
howdy, were you excited when you met up with her. That was pretty
There you
fun.
go. There you go. And then Mia Voss, Ronnie Benser. I mean, just to be able to do that and see those folks was just incredible. I mean, it was just amazing
Yeah.
when you get a chance to
Yeah.
see people in real life that you've talked to forever. It was really kind
And
of
it
cool.
and it always amazes me, no matter how many times we go over this, it always amazes me. It isn't any different. It's just you get to actually physically hug the person. Like, there's
Yeah,
no weird, "Oh, you're not what I thought you were." There's none of that going on. It's as if we just continue the conversation from the last time we were in a hangout, you know? So, just it's
and I'm
kind of
telling
crazy
you,
like that.
and to tell you, I mean, like, and for I'm at Debbie's house. I mean, here's two strangers that met online. Not really strangers though. That's just it. I don't think it's a strangers thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
even when
Right.
you came and stayed in our house or
No,
whatever.
I mean, right, when I invited myself to come to your home and
Right.
invade for a couple of days, you're right. I mean, it was the weirdest part for me was that you were meeting my family. To me,
Yeah.
that was the weirdest part was that, okay, Greg is gonna meet these people that I've been talking about online all these times. And so like, Michael, this is my husband, Greg, and Greg, this is my friend Michael. Well, that was the weirdest part to me because I was like, they don't know each other. They have not
True.
communicated to each other. They don't have that same rapport that you and I have. So I was kind of concerned about that, but that all seemed to work out too, though.
Well, even meeting Charlie. I mean, Mia's. I mean, that is just crazy. I mean, he
Yeah,
just fit
I
right
mean,
in.
what's funny is
She was
like
there.
I know Charlie only because I know Mia,
Right.
and really I don't know Charlie at all. But yet meeting him in person, like, hey, finally.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Mia was in Africa by the time I got there, so I didn't get to meet Mia again. But I had already met her before, so
Yeah. So, I
it's
mean,
so funny.
it is kind of crazy. So it's kind of neat. I think it's awesome. We're talking about, oh,
Meeting
see,
in real life. Yeah, there's a lot going on. We should probably acknowledge the people in the
yeah,
audience. Go
let's
ahead.
ignore some of these people out here because so hopefully one day we'll get to meet all of them in real life too, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Cousin Russ, welcome home, he said. All right, home. I guess I'm home. Yes.
You don't even if you don't want to be.
I was able to watch
We
this
got Roz out there. That was me saying who's ready.
Mark Harris. I don't know what you're thinking about, Mark, but there ain't gonna be
There
much.
is nothing thinking today. We are not thinking, so you
We're just
shouldn't be either.
we're gonna show off our trip, is what we're gonna do. Andrew is more than ready. That's good. Richard says back from the doctor, so he's ready. There you go. Must be time. There you go. Ross says we're on Twitch. Hopefully you found it. And not live on Twitch yet. You guys were a little behind there, I guess, or whatever. Or maybe I was behind
They
something.
were just early. They were just early. So this I like this comment. Mark saying, best
Yeah,
part was for us to see you all at Debbie's. It's like we were there with you. You know, it
yeah.
was really neat, and we'll get back to these comments here in a second. But what was really neat was seeing all of us in Debbie's house. Now I've been there before, so I knew every time we see Debbie on screen, there's a railing behind her that you
Yeah.
can usually make out, and then behind that is like a brick wall. And
Mhm.
I knew what was really going on there. I knew, but when you got there, were you a little surprised?
I was shocked at the setup. I wasn't sure how that was going to be, and I didn't know, because you can't really tell. You always see her walk off
Mm.
to her left, I guess. You always see her walk off that
Mhm.
way, but you're not
Mhm.
real sure what that is. You're like, "Okay,
Right,
she's gonna
right.
go off, and where is she going to?" So it was really cool, and my wife loved the house, just the split
Yeah,
level,
it was cool.
different levels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what'd she call it? Quad level? It's quad level.
Yes. Yes.
Quad level. We
Yeah.
still gotta get Debbie needs to do a walkthrough so you can really fully see it.
Yeah. She needs to do that. But anyway, Mike Wheeler actually says, I know it's off topic of what you guys are probably talking about, but do you guys have any videos on Amazon Echo? That's a great question, Mike. Absolutely no, I do not. I do not use that because I try and keep one ecosystem in the house, and mine is all Google. So it's all Google Home and everything else. But it's something that maybe we can look into if I can get somebody on that actually does use that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'll write that down. I'll take a note and write that down, that we need to maybe have somebody on. I'd love to talk about that, because I think there's a question further on that too. If you guys
Yeah,
need,
he says, I got a new Amazon Echo, 3rd generation, and I'm trying to sync up profiles so I can use my stuff from my Amazon Echo 2nd generation as in flash briefing on my new one, which sounds like a whole different language to me. I have no idea what any of that means. So, and
all
just
right, so
as we are going all this going live and everything,
mhm,
a major storm is coming in. So if I disappear, that could be why. Just keep that in mind.
okay, all right. That sounds like a lot of fun. You don't get those very often, right?
No, no, but with the last 2 days, Arizona's been feeling like I've been feeling. Creepy crud.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
So yeah, what we're going to talk, I'm just going to go over some things. What I wanted to do was explain our trip a little bit and some of the tools we use, some of the cool tools we used.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about Hangouts. We'll be talking about the Atom gimbal, the Snopa app.
Well,
gimbal and
there's a
stuff.
lot going on when you're trying to connect with people who are from all different time zones. We
Mhm.
we experience some time zone issues because of time zone stuff, and then we're all coming in at different times. So like you had come in already, and you were at your conference, then I came in, then Sherry came in after me, and it was like all these communications that needed to happen. And one of the things that we found was using Hangouts to
Mhm.
actually send messages to each other was the best way to communicate, because then we could actually we could all be together in a group hanging out and actually send messages to each other. We could also send pictures and all kinds of things. So if we're saying, hey, I'm over here by this statue, take a picture of it, then the person could be looking for that statue. And it really helped tremendously being able to connect with each other.
Well, I know in the past too, whenever we've been in groups, like with anyone that has an iPhone, just on regular text messaging, it's they're real frustrated with it, because when they put a thumbs up or a like or whatever, then it sends that out as text to everyone, even the iPhone people.
Yeah.
So they're like,
Yeah.
oh,
So then
and half
so
the
then
time
you get
group messages. So
I know, group messaging on an iPhone versus an Android, really a pain in the neck. I've multiple
well,
times
for the
gotten,
combo,
"So and
well,
so liked this."
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, "So and so liked this comment." Like,
yeah.
that's not at
So,
all helpful.
so Hangouts worked very successfully for us. I mean, it worked out really, really well. And even because my wife has an iPhone, there you go. There's
Here's
your
something
answer there, Mike.
Yeah, look up Eileen Smith. It looks
Mm,
like she uses Alexa and Echo, so you might wanna reach out to her.
I know she does a lot of help
Sorry.
too. She does great, and she's a community member of ours too. So maybe
Yep. Yep.
I'll have her in one day. Have her come on or something. That'd be awesome.
Well,
I know.
he said you helped him out with his mini home. Google Mini Home, so he wasn't sure if you could maybe help out with that too. So
Awesome. You're awesome.
awesome,
You also Tech with Brett, who's been on the show. He
Brett.
probably has done
Heck with
something on
Brett.
that too, because he does all kinds of that stuff. I don't know if he uses the Amazon ecosystem or not. If he has both, I'm not sure. One person also is Randall Leverett, who has been on the show before. He also uses both. I know he uses have both in the stuff. But anyway, so Hangouts is one thing that we use to communicate and make sure that we got everything. And it worked out really, really well having the group communication between all of us. We could combine all that stuff. Using the gimbal, I used it and did live streams. A lot of you saw my live streams and it was on the channel. I appreciate all the views, and tell me what you thought. I'm open to anybody's thoughts on that. The other thing is that we Google Photos was so outstanding to be able to share an album where, it always felt like, how it is sometimes. And we've talked about this in Google Photo sessions with Geeks on Tour, who we actually met in person.
Mm-hmm.
You got to meet them, right?
We have photographic proof of that.
Yeah. Was that the first time you met them in person?
It was the first time I got to meet them in person. Yep. I'm so grateful that they hung around, waited patiently for us to finally arrive, because it was taking us forever. I think one of the craziest things was how excited Michael was to finally get to see his wife. Like, it was like, it took forever. There's a whole story there for her to get off the plane. She was actually in Colorado for a very long time before we ever got to see her, because it just took forever for her to get off the plane. She finally gets off the plane, and then I'm still getting messages. Is my wife here?
Yes.
She's not so good at the communicate back thing.
Yeah, that's right.
I sent a picture. I said we had her. She's good.
Yeah, that's right. But using Google Maps as well. We use Google Maps for location finding and all that kind of stuff too. That's kind of cool. Be able to do that kind of thing. Like when they were coming to get me, that kind of thing. I could give them temporary location, so that way they could have it for an hour. They could see I could see their location, see where they are, and when they were picking me up and what.
Well, and you knew if we were actually coming to where you were standing there waiting, and you could tell Chris and Jim that they will be here any moment now. I can see it on my map.
They're lost. They keep going in a circle.
They just keep going around. There they went, right by. Where did they go?
Yeah.
But live streaming was kind of different, because I will say, as somebody who was getting ready for the trip, I had this major fear of missing out. Every time you went live, I had to watch, because this is stuff I'm not a part of yet. So I had to watch and be a part of it. And then I kept getting, from the people here, aren't you going to be there soon? Like, why are you bothering with that stuff?
Yeah.
But it was so much fun to see you guys interacting and then sharing it with us, so that we could actually be a part of it, even if we weren't there. And maybe it was more exciting for me because I knew I was going to be there in a few days, but I don't know. I don't think I was the only one. I think there were other people in the audience who were very excited to be a part of that. The only thing that I would have liked to have had different would be the microphone aspect of it, because for example, when you were in the Red Rocks, which was great in that amphitheater, and you're showing that huge view, and she's telling us stuff about it, what I couldn't hear a word she was saying, but anytime you talked, it was perfect.
So you couldn't hear any of that at all?
Not really, but maybe it was just me.
Yeah.
But those were some great views, great vistas. And the fact that there is stuff out there that she was telling you about that I have no idea what it was, but
yeah,
that's great. And being able to have a photo album that you can share with people who you had this experience with, and they can add their photos, I think is probably the best part of the whole trip as far as technology goes, because all of us were able to share within this album that we created, and anything that we were a part of, we got to experience each other's view of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what was really cool. It was really neat to be able to see some of this stuff, just traveling around the different areas and seeing the different things and that kind of stuff. It was a blast, and being able to have her, who already knew the area fairly well, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. But at the same time, sharing that with you guys when I go live, and that's what I wanted to try, because I was up in the mountains, I was in different areas, so it was really hard to see how good it was. It would have been cool if I would have hooked the lavalier up and all that kind of stuff and done that maybe, and had the lavalier on both of us, which I didn't really do. I just didn't take the time to
Yeah,
do
but you
that.
didn't really know. I mean, you
No,
just kind of went with what it was. And I think it was a good experiment. I don't think there's anything wrong with experimenting. It's not like you were trying to
right,
get, 10,000 views on this visit to the amphitheater
right,
video. It was literally to bring your friends along for the ride. So I think
exactly.
Russ has some things to add.
Yeah,
He
he
mentioned that he could not hear Debbie. Yeah.
right, exactly. This is
Yeah.
we had a really cool place when I met Mia Voss for the first time. She took us to this bar. There she is with Charlie.
Uh-huh.
Debbie. That was a pretty good picture. But they took us to this bar. It was a really cool concept. It was completely um, handicapped people, and then when I say handicapped, I mean by like what do you call that? Autistic or mentally handicapped, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some challenged
And
individuals.
and that was the employees. The employees were all people that were that way. It was a really, really interesting time and a really interesting bar. And I appreciate Mia for inviting us out there. It was so cool. And it's called brew ability instead of disability. They kind of put brew
Yeah, I
ability.
thought that was pretty
I
awesome.
know. But
Yeah.
what's interesting there too, being in Colorado, we went we went through Dispensary Row on the way to get there.
Here, I like how Roz put it, different levels of ability, and that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Great way
Yes,
to put it.
yes.
And yeah, and those cords are actually really, really long on the lavalier. We'll talk a little bit more about that, I think. But yeah, they
Yeah.
really are long, so you can actually sit across table or walk next to somebody comfortably with them. But let's see, what does Richard say? When Michael was live, it wouldn't let comment like I saw others were doing. I had to leave comments after the fact.
Huh.
Not sure why.
Yeah, I'm not sure why either. That doesn't make
And
much.
and I like this. I missed this. Sorry, Russ. Enjoyed the ride. I think that's cool. Yeah. So there were a ton of things. Of course, you guys probably were clearly aware that Michael was going to be doing a lot of cooking while he was there, and there was more cooking and more food. Yes, please show the pictures of the food.
Oh
There
my,
was more cooking and more food than I think there was time to be had, like time to eat it.
yeah,
It would have been nice if we stayed one more week, although I think the menu would have been 3 or 4 times longer. So,
it's
I
true.
don't know that it would have changed what we ate
That's
or
true.
what, but
Eating the quesadillas and talking tech, and there's where I met Mia. That was pretty awesome.
yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty fun. There's Mia with her.
It might have looked awesome, but it tasted even better. And then that's my favorite because I didn't see none of that stuff.
I know, and I did. It
None
was
of that was there when I was there.
that was so cool.
You
I love
you took
that.
care of all the snow before I got there, so I
And
appreciate
you're
that.
probably grateful of that. Yes, exactly. I knew you would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is on our trip there. When she was taking me to Boulder, this is that snow just covered the mountains. You could barely see,
And
but this
and that was Monday, right? Or was that
was
Sunday or Monday? Okay.
Monday.
So Monday, it looked like that. And then on Thursday, we came and picked you up, and it was clear skies, absolutely
Crazy.
beautiful weather, high 50s, low 60s. It was gorgeous,
It was.
absolutely gorgeous.
It was.
So thank you for taking taking one for the team. Yeah, there they are, Geeks on Tour. Love it.
Geeks on Tour. They came and we got a chance to see them. That was pretty. This was the list of activities that we did. This is our whole week right here. This is every single day what we're gonna do. On the backside has Wednesday. So yeah, it was a great experience, great time. A lot of fun trying to get around and see all the different people and things and everything else. This is my crowd right here. Just anybody that wants to know. We're almost always this is us at the bar, of course. Denzel, who's been on the show, Jim and Shirley, and then myself. That's our gang. We usually hang out at the thing pretty much the whole time. On the other side, you can't see, but Peggy K is there too. So
So now a lot of what goes on during this Google Meetup, is it called a meetup? Am I
this one
saying
is a
the wrong
meetup.
terminology?
Yes, meetup is
Okay.
proper.
Wh-
Yes.
is a little bit non what do you call that? NDA?
Non
What's that non?
disclosure.
Yeah.
A
So
lot.
so you really can't tell us a lot about what goes on there. I mean, as far as what you guys covered, what you learned, things that are coming down the pipeline, none of that kind of stuff you can really talk to us about, right?
That's right. We're privileged to that, some of those things, and that's kind of why they bring us in and do us under NDA. As far as that's why I couldn't film a whole lot. I did get the outside. This is the Pearl building outside of the Google Pearl, whatever,
Oh, that's fun.
Pearl Street. Yeah, it's really kind of cool. You can see that staircase up there, and then down in the bottom areas. It's really kind of neat. And I think
So this is the Googleplex that's right there downtown where we were walking around, right? In that area.
Yes, it's 2 blocks from where you're talking about. And there's the same thing, but with, you can kind of see like a downstairs gym area. It's just cool. I mean, you can really, it's all lit up. You can kind of see there's still snow on the ground. It's really kind of cool. And this is the stuff I can show you. That's about it. Anybody can see that. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And they had a live entertainment too. They had these women that played these strings, and it was really, really kind of cool because they went from like they play Bach, and then they come in and start playing like Journey or something or AC/DC and stuff. It was just
crazy.
That
reminds me of the Astons. That's what Sue does.
Yeah,
she does the same thing with her quartet and her.
So cool, so cool.
Yep.
Here, and then the last day we were at the college. We were in the stadium.
Oh, can you share that with how they did the music and stuff? Can you share that?
Unbelievable.
You have a video, don't you?
I don't know if I have a video. I know that a video is in one of my albums or whatever, but I don't know if I have a video.
I think Michael's biggest problem is he has too much stuff. So like he shares albums with multiple people. So at one point we're going to share pictures and I'm like, make sure you share it to the right one. Oh yeah. Cause he was going to share it to the one that he has with the Google people. There's come on. Now you're getting into my pictures. I want to share my pictures.
Go ahead. You share yours. That's fine. I want you to share yours. I want you to show yours.
All right, here we go. I'm going to share mine. So here's, oh wait, how do I do it? Okay, so here is the one picture I wanted to share of, so we go to this area where this is like rock climbing here. I'm just going to bring it up like this and share it this way. So this is like rock climbing, and Debbie's telling us all about how she used to do this like on a regular basis. And she takes us to this place where all this rock climbing is going on, and people are actually up there rock climbing. Like, I'm sure Michael got some pictures, but all I could focus on was the water down below. Like, I don't even want to look up there. I don't even want to see people dangling from ropes, none of that. But
actually, so that one you had just a second ago is this.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Can you guys hear that? The water? I love that. It's so cool. All right, we'll get off of that. But anyway, This is one of my favorite pictures right here of Sherry. She went rock climbing. She went all climbing down. Like, we get out of the car, she just goes running down, gets up on the rocks and stuff, and we're just having such a good time. But that right there demonstrates the whole weekend to me right there. Just absolute no holds barred laughter. That I love this picture of Sherry. Just awesome. Yeah. So, and there's a whole story behind those thumbs up, but we'll leave that go. So anyway, what I don't remember what else I was going to show, but I'll come back to this first and then I'll find it.
Yeah, you're all right. That's fine. But like I said,
yeah, I think that picture you were talking about, I think I got that one here. Hold on. Bring that up there. So there's Michael and Debbie. See, she could fit in his pocket. So this is the one you were talking about. So there's this little white dot in the middle of the thing. Can't see it. And he zooms in. This is all Michael doing this junk.
There it is.
Yeah, crazy.
It was
Michael.
fun.
Michael, you took those pictures because I did not take those pictures.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even look up there. No way I was looking up there. I wanted nothing to do with that.
Get off filter or whatever, right?
Yeah, just forget about it. So
yeah, the thing is too. What's awesome about all of this is the fact that, like I said, we have a shared album where we can share these different pictures and show all this different kind of stuff. This is what
Yeah, and so like
collaboration.
this, so like Michael took a picture of the food, so like it, it became a thing. Did you take a picture? Oh crap, I already started eating. So then I would hurry up and take a picture, but Michael got like the whole table setting. I didn't have that, but anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
Oh, you're all right. Then like here, this is our
oh,
like sort of our last supper.
no hands, I won't touch.
Friday night. This is Friday night supper, right? Ribs, baked
Yeah,
beans.
that was game night. We had
Yeah,
that before game night. You guys, it was real hard to stop eating and get ready for game night because that was what we had for dinner. I tell you what, if you are ever able to have any kind of an activity with Michael of any kind, you will not go hungry. I can promise you that right now. No way, Jose. Oh, here, this I got to share this with everybody here is going to appreciate this. Y'all
yeah,
know Ronnie Bincer. Y'all know he's the reason for the season, as it were. And
look
this
at that.
was Michael meeting Ronnie for the first time, and Google Photos made a little animated
Uh,
whatever of that, which I thought was pretty snazzy.
it was. It was a really
Pretty
awesome moment.
snazzy.
Because if you think about
Pretty
it, I mean,
snazzy.
we wouldn't know. A lot of us wouldn't even know each other. I wouldn't probably be into this as much if it weren't for Ronnie
No,
starting and doing what he did.
no, me neither. And that's why I said at the very beginning, we are all here. We are
Yeah,
all here because of that guy right there.
yeah, it's pretty incredible.
I mean, it
Incredible.
wasn't to make it more, I don't know, bigger than it's supposed to be or whatever, but seriously, that he is the reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So what do we
Right,
got here? We got some people
go
still
back
out
to
here with us.
go back to that one. Go back to the one with you and yeah. There's the three of
Three
us.
of us. Yeah.
Awesome. And then at the end of the trip, here we all are.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
It's pretty awesome.
There you go. So let's see, what's this say? That's a real cliffhanger. You're telling me, Warren. I'm telling you, I was looking up and going, no, no.
No,
And it was hard to see, but they did have little strings they were dangling on. I'm sure it was rope or whatever, but
yeah,
um you
crazy.
can bet Michael wouldn't be doing that. No, turns out Michael's afraid of heights, which really was a shocker to me. Honest to God, I was shocked to learn that. But
Oh yeah,
haven't seen Ronnie for yonks.
yeah.
Exactly. It was Ronnie. I started using HOAs. Yep, I think that's the way it is for all of us, my
For
dear.
every one of us. Yep.
Yep, yep. Michael's third career will be chef on tour.
Chef on tour. Yep.
Yeah, but no flying because flying makes you sick.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I just drink a
But it's
lot.
really kind of cool. Hey, you're gonna share your gimbal and show your
Yeah.
favorite thing about the gimbal
I know.
on the airplane.
I know. Well, I was on the flight and I was like, oh my God, I'm sitting there trying to hold my phone to watch this movie. So what I did is I just set it up I pulled out my table tray and I just set it up on my tripod and I sat there and watched movie and I had everybody asking about it. So it was really so cool. And I just set it up and boom, I could watch the movie using my gimbal there and I used Bluetooth for my headset, so I didn't have to worry about a cord strung all the way over and all that kind of stuff. I just used Bluetooth. It was pretty freaking awesome. So,
So so here's my
what?
question about your gimbal. Have you gotten an affiliate link yet? Because I think you've sold like 8 of them.
I did. I sold four of them just in the bar when I was
I
sitting
want
there.
to reach out. I want to reach out to this company and let them know if a certain spike in sales recently is due to Michael Daniels. Here's his account. Seriously, send him something your way. I mean, holy Moses. So Roz wants to know, does that work with iOS Apple products? And the answer is
Yes, you can use an iPhone. It's made for
mhm.
phone. Made for
Yep.
any phone.
It
So yeah.
You know what I thought was really cool? We are unpacking Debbie's. I actually have a video of the two of them. He's teaching her how to
Yeah,
use it. But
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
yeah, and you know what? The unpacking of the box, you find out it comes with absolutely everything you need to get started. The only thing that's missing is if your phone does not have USB-C to charge, you'll need an adapter to charge. using the gimbal. If you
Yeah.
don't, I mean, it's not like you can't charge your phone. It just means you
No.
cannot plug it into the gimbal to charge it while you're using it,
That's
which
right. You
doesn't
need an
matter if you have it charged up. So.
iPhone adapter. Yes, an iPhone charger.
Right. And where is your link, Coach Diesel? Exactly. We don't have one yet. That's the problem. I'm telling you. Contact the company. Tell them all.
What I need to do
future sales go to Michael.
I need to go get that link from Amazon and just do my Amazon link or whatever.
Yep.
I think that would work, right? Same thing, sort of.
Amazon affiliate. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to set up my Amazon affiliate. So maybe we'll have a show on that and learn how to do that. Maybe I'll set it up and do that on show.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. You have an Amazon in Australia. It might be different though. You might have like an Amazon woman or an Amazon man in Australia.
Amazonian
Amazonian
with armpit hair. That's a totally different show. Michael, my meds are wearing off. Seriously.
Me too. It's about that time. Folks, we just wanted to recap and show you, just tell you all the cool things we did using Google Maps, using Google Photos, using the gimbal, using all these things. Had an amazing time. It was really cool. I was walking through when we met you guys, you guys finally came and got me. We went and walked through. Do you remember where we walked through? What town that was?
Yeah, it's downtown Boulder on Pearl Street.
Okay. Pearl Street. Okay, so Pearl Street Mall maybe or something.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of stores and I had my
desperately trying to find food. That's all that was about. So you may have watched that video and you may have seen the hangry face. The hangry face means
and a restaurant.
Getting hungry. All I can do is smell food and there is none to be eaten. But
well, thank you for putting up with us out there, all of you people that have joined today. You guys, we really appreciate it. I know both Heather and I are about worn out with
oh my God. I can't believe this. I have to go back to bed. Like I just need to go back to bed right now.
I know. I feel the same way. And I'm probably going to do the same. I know I'm going to probably do the same, but listen, it was a blast. It was awesome. Great experience. We'll get into tech here pretty soon with the shows coming up.
Hey, you have Peggy K listed as a guest coming up soon, right? I'm going to talk about some YouTube stuff.
Yes, I hope so. I hope so.
That'll be cool. That'll be cool. I know there's a lot going on in the YouTube world. You maybe have some questions with that. You'll definitely want to tune in for.
Home out there. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see. I appreciate you guys tolerating us and putting up with us. It was a great time, great memories, an awesome experience. If you ever get a chance to do that, I would love to have you guys share that as well. I'd love to see your experiences. Russ asked about a photo album of that. We have a photo album that we have amongst all of us, but I need to kind of go through and maybe create an album for the public. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be a good idea. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
You don't need some of the stuff that we have in that album thing, but we appreciate you folks. I will be in an after party. I know Heather will not, or the after cousin Russ. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Russ. That's awesome.
Heather's going to chill.
Says, thanks for sharing Colorado. I'm just glad that people were interested in it. You know what I mean? Interested in
me too.
Being part of it.
Me too. I mean, the live stream and all that kind of stuff, I thought maybe it was a hindrance and a bother, but I certainly did enjoy doing it. That's for sure. So
I do hope that people enjoyed the game show too. If you didn't get a chance to watch that, it was a ton of fun. I think you could kind of see that on screen. That was pretty obvious.
We were having a good time. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll see anybody in the after the whatever that is, the before the post whatever show and everything. If you want to come in and chat with me for a little bit. Heather's going to go to bed. So it was really good fun. Good. I'm glad you liked it. I know I had most watch. There's a lot of people watch. It's the most watch of any game in a long time. So, all right. Thanks, folks. We appreciate you. We will talk at you soon. We will see you next week, same time. Well, yeah, it's a week before Thanksgiving. It's a day before Thanksgiving, America. We'll still have a show. Just we'll see what it's all about. See, it might be a quick one as well, but because I know people are cooking for that day. So thanks again, Heather. As always, thank you. And we will talk to you folks.
Thank you, Michael.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.